behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Bash TV. Palm Bash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Got a great interview coming up shortly. But before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe and bell buttons below you there, and you'll always be notified of any new episodes coming your way. And if you'd like to leave a comment on the comment section, we'd love to hear from you there. And check the description part out because contact info is included, and it'll also be included in closing credits at the end of this program, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Yakima, Washington, we have Hunter Stiles with us today. Another great artist, I think you're going to agree. And we'll get to that in a second, but first here's a quick word from The Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away, we'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Yakima, Washington, we have Hunter Stiles with us today. Thanks for joining us, Hunter.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. First question I like to ask is because, everyone has their own story and how they got started in the music business. So how did it happen for you? I mean, have you always wanted to be a musician since you were a kid? Did it come much later? I mean, tell us in your own words. We'd love to hear.
Yeah, growing up, my parents owned a bar here in Yakima, and I used to come in while they're working sometimes, and they'd have live bands all the time, and I used to sit and watch the bands from the little DJ booth they had, and I don't know, there was just something about watching the crowd move and the lights and everything influenced me. And then they're a bar in town, so it's kind of more rock based music, but back at home there was a lot of country music being played, and it just kind of inspired me to grow up to be a musician. I picked up a guitar at 10 years old and started singing around 18 years old, and here we are.
Okay, well, that's a great story. I know you'll have many years ahead of you in the country music business, so good luck to you on that. Well, tell us about some of the actual musicians that inspired you. You were talking about inspirations a minute ago. Were there any, legendary country artists that come to mind?
Oh yeah, for sure. At least off the top of my head, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard. See, Chris Ledoux is a big one for me. Travis Tritt, and I don't know. I like to go like in musicians and songwriters. Johnny Cash is a great songwriter. I listen to a lot of Billy Joe Shaver. Who else? Keith Whitley is one of my favorites. So, Marshall Tucker Band, Hank Williams Jr. Those are just some of the top ones off the top of my head that really come to mind when I think about it.
Okay, yeah, those are some great bands, like you just mentioned, Tucker Carlson, Marshall Tucker Band, excuse me. Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, I mean, they're all great artists, and I can see where you get your sound from there.
Oh yeah.
After listening to this song, they may want to get more songs from you, whatever. I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms. It is. Let us know and tell us where we can find you on social media, or if there's any official websites on you. We'd love to know that.
Yeah, I got my website up. I'm going right now. It's sixstringoutlaw.com. It's kind of my stage name, and you can find all my social medias there, all my music platforms, and I'm trying to get some my merch and T-shirts and stuff going right now. But you could find everywhere I played and my bio and everything on there at sixstringoutlaw.com.
Okay, well, go to where he said, especially those streaming platforms. I know he will love you for that. And we're getting ready to play this video. As I mentioned a minute ago, it's called Cadillac. It sounds self-explanatory, but is there a deeper meaning to the song? Maybe you could tell us a little story about that.
Yeah, 52 Cadillac it's a song it didn't start off the way that I wrote it, but I first wrote the song just basically about just being on the road, going down a highway at night when there's not a whole lot of people on the highway. And then I kind of turned it into more of the song based off Hank Williams, another one of my big inspirations. because he paved the way for, a lot of country artists out there. And to me, he's a pioneer of the whole country music scene. And I think the way that Hank Williams passed away showed, the music industry, how rough life on the road can be. And I think a lot of people feel that way, when they're out touring or trying to make their way through the music industry. And Hank Williams passed away back in his 52 Cadillac on his way to a New Year's show, and so that's what the song's based off of. But I hope that people that either musicians or that are in any kind of industry that takes a lot out of you that can relate to it. So that's what it's pretty much about.
Hmm. Well, I've listened to this song a couple of times. I really love it every time I listen to it. I know you guys out there are going to love it too, and we'll get to that in a second. But Hunter, we thank you so much for coming on the show today. If you want to come back sometime to plug something new, let me know, and maybe we'll have you back on sometime.
For sure. Thank you, and it's been an honor.
Well, I appreciate that. So anyway, let's go right to the song Cadillac, and it begins right now.
Two-lane highways, one dusty dirt road. One takes me far away, one leads me back home. Speeding like the freeways, caught up in between this big city talking and this country boy's dream. It's the neon lights and it's loud country music. Saturday nights and this fear I might lose it. It's never a warm enough place for me to stay. 52 Cadillac, backseat and early grade. Smoking and drinking between the haze and Jim Bame. Wake up holding answers to some good old boys' dreams. From campfires to the limelight, I sure miss those days when life was just some music, gas, friends, a cold case. It's the neon lights and it's loud country music. Saturday nights and this fear I might lose it. It's never a warm enough place for me to stay. 52 Cadillac, backseat and early grade. Cadillac, backseat and early grade. 52 Cadillac, backseat and early grade.